Hey, good morning, it's Owen, Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog, part 2 on my Opportunity Clock series here. Wanted to do this because, of course, as we all know, everyone, you read the newspapers or on the news, everyone complains about how unaffordable Vancouver is. And if you listen to some of these people, you think that it's a complete lost cause. For a young person right now, you may as well move to Edmonton because you've got no chance of ever buying anything here or owning a piece of property here. And that's just simply not the case. So last week I did a story on a West Richmond condo complex, 40 years old, sitting on a ton of land that had had the depreciation report, which had caused the prices to plummet, and how it represented a fantastic buying opportunity for a person that had a little bit of money. You do need a bit of money these days to buy, of course, and had a little bit of a slush fund to cover some of these levies that are going to be due in the next 5 years. But the important thing is had a little bit of patience. Buy it, hang on to it, fix it up, live in it for 5 to 10 years, and you're going to do fantastic. Certainly a lot better than what you do if you were renting. So in part 2 here, I'm going to give you another case example. I had a long-term investment client that my father and I have worked with for a lot of years. He's bought homes from us, he's bought condos, townhomes. He owns quite a bit in Vancouver and Richmond, everything from one-bedroom condos to duplexes. Called us up about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I guess now, and said, Owen, I'm looking to buy another small rental property, but I want to this time have a look in New Westminster. He had done some homework on it and thought he wanted to buy a couple of one-bedroom units in New West. Thought it represented a good buying opportunity. Now, I'll be honest, I told him up front, I said, geez, I haven't been out to New Westminster for 10 years. I've driven through it, but I really don't know anything about the prices out there. My grandma used to live out there, but unfortunately she passed about 10 years ago, so I've never really been out to New West. But I said, sure, I always like to learn about new markets, and he gave me his price range. He just wanted a simple one-bedroom, close to SkyTrain in downtown New West. And these, like all his properties, are just long-term buy and holds. So after doing a little bit of due diligence for a few days, we went out and took a look at some of the units that I thought might fit the bill. And I tell you, I was surprised at how affordable and the value in some of these New Westminster condos are. So make a long story short, I ended up negotiating a deal, and he bought a one-bedroom condo on Carnarvon Street. This is a 32-year-old wood frame building that had a lot of upgrades done to it. The building itself had a new roof, new windows, new balconies. The strata was in fantastic shape, which isn't always the case. It's a minefield out there, so you've got to do your due diligence. The unit itself had been upgraded about 3 years ago. Laminate flooring, new cabinets, new appliances. Price $158,000 and a $180 a month maintenance fee. Now this unit will rent for, I'd say, $1,000 to $1,100 a month. And it's a block from the SkyTrain station. His mortgage payment on that, he's putting down 20% as an investor. He's probably looking at about $550 a month would be his mortgage payment on that. So he'll have positive cash flow for sure after his maintenance fees, property taxes, everything in. He's getting $1,100 a month rent. He will have some positive cash flow on it. So not a bad little holding property. Now, for first-time buyers out there, young viewers that are watching my blog here, a lot of you, of course, have been priced out of the downtown market. You're looking to rent a unit like this in downtown Vancouver, you'd be looking at $1,500, $1,600 a month or more. You know, if you're paying $1,500 or $1,600 a month right now in a rent, you can buy here for $700 plus your maintenance fees. And New Westminster, I tell you, is not your grandma's New Westminster anymore. It's changing a lot, and if people haven't been out there for a while, they should. There's a lot of developers, one in particular who does a lot of work in Gastown, has been developing out there now as well. Columbia Street, the main drag, which 10 years ago, 15 years ago, was thrift stores and the Army and Navy and antique shops, is now being converted into coffee shops, boutiques, microbrew pubs. You can definitely see younger hipster type people, professionals as well, that are starting to go out to New Westminster. It's right on the SkyTrain line. You're 20 minutes to downtown, and the price to buy something is less than half of what it would be in Vancouver. To buy this 620 square foot unit in Vancouver, something comparable would be about $350,000. So it's about half of what you'd pay in downtown. So you can see that the market, the younger demographic, is definitely moving out to places like New West. I think represents a pretty good buying opportunity. If you get a good realtor, again, do your due diligence. It's a minefield out there in New Westminster. I looked at a lot of buildings that after you do a little bit more research on it, the stratas were a mess. They've got depreciation reports out that are calling for huge levies coming up. But then again, there's also some buildings there that have had a lot of remedial work already done that are priced right. So there's some good opportunities out there. I'm Owen Bigland, as always. Thanks for watching. If you wanted to get more information on some of these units in New Westminster, or if you wanted details on that one I talked about last week in Richmond, I've got others. I've got a whole book of these opportunities that are out there for the right buyer who has some patience. Just give me a call, 604-889-1118. Take care.